What? What is this?
Pathetic. She's so fat, she's so gross, she will never find love. Pathetic. The only one who can love this woman is the good Lord up above, proud and pathetic. She will never change, she will always stay the same. Pathetic and insane. Pathetic. Very scary, he no carry.
Damn, I'm jet lagged.
Pathetic.
Hello, little gherkins. I don't normally cover the mukbangs because I can't stand the sounds, and she usually never says shit worth making a video about. But Paneer Piggy had herself a little pre-recorded rage today. This comes on the heels of going on a date with Salah in the middle of the night to a deserted restaurant where she was hidden behind a curtain, forced to immediately go walk to almost her death on the beach, and then wrapping the night up with 3 a.m. Taco Bell by herself on her living room floor. I, for one, have no clue why she'd be a little ragey, but let's get into it.
Hello. Welcome back to having dinner with moi. So, Bismillah. And let's get into the thick of it. I'm sorry for rushing the intro, but I miss you guys. All that good stuff. I'm just really hungry. Paneer. Oh, is this? Yeah, this is naan. It's supposed to be naan. Naan bread and paneer. What kind of paneer is this, though? I think I got a Shahi paneer. Yeah, there's paneer makhani, Shahi paneer. There's all kinds of paneer.
This is nitpicky, but it really bothers me that she can't unwrap her food before she starts recording, or at least edit it out.
All right, I just wanted mine with bread today. So, Bismillah, and let's eat. Cherry, cherry lady, going through the motion. Yum. This thick, creamy, rich gravy. Eat a bite. So, paneer is Indian cheese. It's like a cheese curd type of cheese. Very easy to make. You just curdle milk with lemon juice or something acidic. Vinegar, I use white vinegar, and then you strain it.
Oh yes, we remember how you made paneer.
I made my own paneer. So I took the milk, full fat milk. I added 2 tablespoons of white vinegar. It started to curdle. Then when the whey got like a clear milk, a clear color, I had to use an old hijab, a clean hijab, but like one that was like see-through kind of, so that I could strain it because I didn't have cheesecloth. And then so you add cold water to it, strain it, put something heavy on it for a couple hours, then put it in the fridge, and then it was like paneer. I was like amazed. I'm like, wow, this is so easy. Berry juice with a bunch of ice. So, I'm actually in a really good mood. Just some things that, mashallah, have been happening in life.
She's in a very good mood, but the next sentence she's going to start her mini rant about how we all suck.
And also, first I want to say, I see some comments where it's like, people have the nerve to say, like, you look miserable, you're unhappy, like telling me how I feel. And it's like, I can assure you that just because I'm overweight and I have struggles, everyone has struggles in life.
I think it's less telling you how you feel, and more telling you what you're presenting to the public. You can't tell me you were happy in the end of that beach walk video. You were miserable. And frankly, compared to when you were in Canada, you look significantly less happy. So no, we don't know how you feel internally, but we can see the external difference and can also point it out.
I still love my life very, very much. So, I really love my life, and I'm working, on it. But at the same time, I'm going to keep trying and pushing myself. And we have a lot of exciting content coming up, actually, so stay tuned for that. I know I say that, but it's actually coming up real soon. We have some vlogs, a lot of nice content for you guys.
I've listened to this sentence 5 times, and I still don't understand how it ties together. You love your life. You're still working on it, whatever it is, and there's couples content coming. What does that have to do with you being happy?
Or I'm actually doing things. I'm never going to give up. But don't assume just because someone is overweight that they hate their life.
Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't think anyone thinks you hate your life because you're fat. I think it's because you looked like you had much more fun in Canada getting high, chasing dick, sitting in your room all day and night streaming and getting attention from your VIBs, and all of the other things that you don't do in Kuwait.
Yes, I wish I was healthier. Yes, I wish a lot of things, but I'm still grateful for everything else I have in my life, and I know what I'm going through is a test from Allah. So I bear it. And I know that I have a lot of figuring out to do, like, you know, before I get there. So, I know it's not, I should not, like, focus on negative comments, but they're comments that, like, are a general stereotype. Like, you know, I'm trying to knock down the stereotype, not just, like, feed into the negativity.
You mark every check mark on the stereotype list of a fatty. You are lazy. As evidenced by you being so sedentary, you are almost fully immobile. You stink, by your own admission as well as Pete's. You have poor hygiene, as evidenced by both your Barracuda ricotta pussy and your teeth. The state of the villa was also a testament to both your laziness and filth. You eat massive quantities of food. You have virtually no self-control when it comes to food or any other part of your life. You're reinforcing every stereotype about obesity.
I find watching videos like today, I spent like at least 30 minutes straight watching these videos on TikTok of this long-haired chicken called Pretzel, who is the cutest thing ever. And it, like, watching happy things is my point. Like,
again, you are so concerned about shoving that paneer in your mouth that you cannot finish a point. You went from talking about breaking stereotypes to talking about how you spent at least 30 minutes straight watching videos of a chicken. All that I got out of that is that you can barely walk, but you'd rather spend your time doing absolutely nothing.
I don't know how people live day to day coming online and having to be negative to make a living. Like, honestly, like, think about it. For example, and go watch our vlog, our couple's vlog, by the way, if you will, thank you. That was a very positive video. Like, Salah was being very supportive. And people have to make it a negative thing. Like, it's some people's literal jobs online to try to twist something and making it into a negative. Just because we're not making out or doing really haram things on camera, and because Salah's first language is not English, any interaction, even though he's being completely loving, has to be awkward or a sign that he doesn't love me. If he didn't love me, he wouldn't be trying to encourage me to do the right things in my life. He wouldn't try to be helping me become a better person. And just because I eat what I want doesn't mean behind the scenes you don't know what we talk about. You don't know what he tries to encourage me to do. You don't know. Like, there's many times he's helped me deflect from a binge.
First of all, nobody thinks Salah is disingenuous because English isn't his first language. It's because we've seen his normal mannerisms and the way he normally communicates on his gaming channel, in the released videos with his friends, etc. The couple's vlogs are scripted, and if they aren't, that shows even more the lack of chemistry you two have. Second, I actually think that would be great content for you. Show the struggles of obesity in interpersonal relationships. Show those uncomfortable moments when you want to binge and your partner is trying to stop you. But you post everything that you think makes it seem like you have the perfect relationship. You are a public figure, and just how you brought up Britney Spears' divorce and repeated what you've seen publicly, we can do the same.
Actually, he's an amazing, amazing supportive person. Where are your spouses? Where are your significant others? You know, just watching you be negative all the time online. You sit there and say that we're not in a happy relationship, but yet no happy person is doing what these people do online. Period. So yeah, I mean, we don't really care, you know. He's also actually stopped a lot of rages. He's not responsible for my actions, though, you know. He's not responsible for what I put in my mouth. I am. So to blame someone else is ridiculous, and I see that a lot.
No, it is your fault that you eat the way you do, and you have gotten yourself to this point. But I would hope that if I got to the point that I couldn't walk because my stomach hung down to my knees and I couldn't breathe after taking 5 steps, that my partner would step in and try to help me and would at least maybe offer to cook home-cooked meals so I didn't eat takeout multiple times per day in massive quantities to prevent me from dying before I hit 40 years old.
People want so bad for Salah to be another, you-know-who, Voldemort. They want to. They don't want that nasty saga in my life to end because they don't want me to do better in my life. They don't want me to be happy. And that's the truth, and you know it. When I start to be happy, people will push and push and twist and start rumors and find things to, you know, trigger a rage. And that's my responsibility not to let myself get triggered. But, I know this is not a rage, okay? This is speaking facts about how backwards some things on YouTube are. And yeah, I still talk about those issues because they're still problematic. But when I do get to a boiling point and say something, oh, you see, she's a bad person, see what she said, blah, 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 you know, like that kind of thing. Yeah, so he's an amazing husband. And I say this just to point out the issues, but at the end of the day, we don't care about whatever people say or think about us. It really doesn't affect our life at all.
I mean, it sounds like you care quite a bit.
So all that to say, I mean, I don't know how people involve themselves in the drama every single day. It's literally so exhausting. And I seriously don't know how people can accuse someone of not having a life when you do that all day, like nitpicking the dumbest things. Spending all day on Twitter trying to tear someone down. I've said this a million times. I don't even have Twitter. So whenever people are talking about me, are they talking to themselves? Like, they literally are.
How do you know what we do on Twitter if you don't have it? I can guarantee if you had Twitter, 80% of the Twitter girls would have you blocked. We don't want to talk to you. We talk about you.
I also realized something else that's very empowering. Yeah, a lot of people don't like me. I don't need you to. I don't care. Like, who are you? I don't like you either. There, now we're unfriends. I have enough people in my life who love me. I don't care. I mean, this should be proof enough that I don't just do these for views, or I'd be, you know, mukbang for views, because I've done Paneer mukbangs a few times, like many times. And, you know, most people who try to get views from mukbangs do huge display of food.
I kind of think that makes it even sadder, that you don't care about the views. This is your livelihood. You care more about getting the food into your stomach than you do actually making content you think would be more successful.
Yeah, so I had a bunch of comments in my Taco Bell video. This is a binge. You don't have the right to define for me what a binge is. Like, that is not up to you to define what that is. That's up to me. I know what a binge is for me. A single meal is not a binge. That's not a binge. Please educate yourselves on binge eating disorder if you're going to comment on somebody's videos who has binge eating disorder. And people also saying it's not an excuse. It's not an, yes, it is an excuse. It is an excuse. It is an excuse. And I'm not shielding myself and giving my, you know, I'm not saying, oh, well, I have binge eating disorder, so I'm going to eat. No, I was not able to say no, and I picked something unhealthy, and that was a choice I made, and I was just sharing it because I'm trying to be transparent. I'm not trying to excuse anything. But yeah, I mean, having an eating disorder is a reason for these issues I have with food. I mean, you know, but yeah, that's, you know, that's the thing. That's the problem. It's like, you're darned if you do, you're darned if you don't. Because, you know, as a person with food issues, with an eating disorder, as a big person, we literally can't eat anything like but a fig leaf and a stick of celery. And someone will still say that's a stick of celery for a family of 8. You know, like it was an unhealthy meal. Yeah. You know, I find fast food to be very addictive, and that's not a secret. But I feel like it's important to share everything, and not just the good, you know, not just when I'm doing well, or which is not barely at all, like, but I'm not going to be down on myself about that, because yes, you don't see how hard I struggle every day. You don't see what I do every day. You don't see me, how many times I do say no to myself, and then I do give in, like, you know, it's like, there's so many times before that Taco Bell that I said no to a lot of different things I could have eaten. You know, you don't see those things. You just assume the worst, and that's the kind of negativity I'm talking about. I don't need it. But I was looking at our couples channel, and I was like, people are delusional. Like, there's some reactors, if you can call them that. They're more hate channels, but whatever. And they're like, or just like people in general, she never does anything in Kuwait. Like, our couples channel from when I first came to Kuwait, we did so much together. We did so much on that channel. Just go look at all the videos. Like, we did so much, and we're going to be doing the rest of it. Don't worry. And yeah, so, and stay tuned. We have a lot of vlogs coming up, so a lot of exciting things in the future, and I'm not going to let my issues hold me back. You know, if I have to be the first obese person to die trying to do things that I want to do, then so be it. I will do it. I will do it. Anyway, I'm stubborn. Yeah, that's one thing I also am. And I don't like to, I hate to be told I can't do something. I hate it. More importantly, I hate to think it. I hate to think to myself that I can't do something, because I know I'm capable of doing anything I want to do. And so are you guys.
Going to 5 zoos 6 months ago means nothing for what you're doing in Kuwait now. Directing people to go look at your couple's channel is just showcasing your decline in mobility since you arrived. It sounds like you're trying to convince yourself that things aren't as bad as they are. If you need to lie to yourself to believe you can actually still do anything you want, I'd challenge you to run 10 feet without passing out. Anyway, I gave quite a bit more commentary today than normal, but there was a lot of bullshit being vomited onto that laptop box today. I'll see you later, little gherkins.
Pathetic. She's so fat, she's so gross, she will never find love. Pathetic. The only